Hello friends! Today we're going to be working on our loudmouth characters from when we talked about the artist Greg Mike a couple days ago. So here I have an example of one that I created. Today we'll hopefully be starting with the mouth and talking about the shapes of the teeth and focusing on the eyes. So the first thing you're going to want to do is choose which color you want for your body. So I'm going to start with some red. Next, I'm going to choose the shape of my mouth. So I'm going to use the black for that. And in Greg Mike's characters, he chose to use a rectangle, so I'm going to start with that. I want to make the mouth pretty big because they're called loudmouth characters. So if they have a tiny mouth, it doesn't really go with the theme, and in the composition it just will look not good to have a really tiny mouth. So we're going to use some glue on our glue stick. Make sure when you're gluing you don't waste the glue by using it in the middle. You only need to glue the edges. And also make sure to cap your glue when you're not using it. That way it doesn't dry out. So I'm going to massage it to help it stay. And I have my mouth. So now I'm going to think about the shape of my teeth. We want to make them kind of interesting as well. So I'm going to have a lot of variety in my teeth. Maybe have some that are long, have some that are short, maybe different shapes. So I'm going to have sharp teeth, maybe round teeth. And in my first example, I started out by just making the teeth and then adding on extra. If you're okay with winging it, you can do that. But if you want to know how long your teeth are, you can set your paper out and then just make a little mark on it to know how long you need to go if you're more of a planner. I'm usually not, but if that helps you, then you can do that. So I noticed that I made my first teeth really big, so I'm probably going to make the bottom teeth a little bit smaller. Also, I probably should not be gluing on the project. That's not very good. I'm going to make the bottom teeth a little bit smaller so that I don't take up all the space in the mouth. Okay, line that up so it's in the mouth. That has a little gap, but it's okay. If you notice anything that you're gluing is not really sticking very well, you can always go back in and add a little bit of extra glue. It's better to have it stick well than to flap around. Okay, so now my bottom teeth. Measure it from here, over here, make a little mark. I'm going to do some round ones for this one. So as I'm making my teeth and thinking about the different shapes and sizes of things, I kind of want to think about who my character is. Greg Mike, in his characters that he created, he chose different words for them to say and different messages for them to project out to the city in Atlanta, Georgia. So I kind of want to think, what do I want my loudmouth to say? Because these are going to actually be hanging in the school. If you don't think of something, you might be able to figure it out at the end as your character comes together. But if you come up with an idea of a word first, then maybe design your character to go with that saying or that word. So I think mine looks pretty vicious, but I want to make sure I say something nice, so I'm still thinking about the character. Next I'm going to go with the eyes. You can pick any shape you want. Feel free to trace different shapes too. And you can pick as many eyes as you want as well. So I'm going to do a square eye or a rectangle eye. You can freehand them or trace them, whichever you like. And we want to think about using the whole paper. So as you can see, I came off the paper a little bit to give my character a little bit more movement, make him look a little more goofy. So I'm gonna make this eye kind of tilt off a little bit. One thing when you're gluing, it's really important to not glue the area that's hanging off. So